Direct News TV. December 18, 2023. Hamas video shows elderly Israeli captives pleading for release. Hamas has posted a video of 3 elderly Israeli captives pleading for their immediate release. The Palestinian group's armed wing, the Qassam Brigades, posted the 1-minute video, titled "Don't Let Us Grow Old Here," on its Telegram account on Monday. The men, identified by Israeli officials as 79-year-old Haim Perry, 80-year-old Yoram Metzger and 84-year-old Amram Cooper, were taken to Gaza on October 7 when Hamas launched attacks inside Israeli territory, killing 1,147 people and taking about 240 captives. Nearly half of those captives were released as part of a week-long truce between Israel and Hamas last month. In the video, Perry, seated between the 2 other captives, said in Hebrew that he was being held along with other elderly hostages with chronic illnesses and that their conditions were harsh. "We are the generation who built the foundation for the creation of Israel. We are the ones who started the IDF military. We don't understand why we have been abandoned here," he said, referring to the Israeli armed forces. "You have to release us from here. It does not matter at what cost. We don't want to be casualties as a direct result of the IDF military airstrikes. Release us with no conditions," he added. The video concludes with the 3 men saying in unison, "Don't let us grow old here." Israeli media reported the 3 hostages came from the Nir Oz kibbutz along the Israeli border, which was targeted in the October 7 attacks. Perry was at his house in Nir Oz during the attack, Israeli media reports said. He tried to repel the gunmen while hiding his wife behind a sofa, his son told the Reuters news agency. He eventually gave himself up to save his wife, who remained hidden, the report said. Outrage over captives in Israel. The Israeli military said Hamas had released a criminal, terrorist video. "Haim, Yoram and Amram, I hope that you hear me this evening," military spokesman Daniel Hagari said in a televised briefing. "Know this, we are doing everything, in order to return you back safely." Israel has in the past labeled such videos as a form of psychological warfare by Hamas. After the release of the latest video, families of Israelis held captive by Hamas in Gaza protested outside Israeli Ministry of Defense headquarters in Tel Aviv, demanding the immediate release of their loved ones. The protest came amid growing outrage within Israel after the Israeli military last week admitted it mistakenly shot dead 3 Israeli captives in Gaza despite them waving a white flag. Al Jazeera correspondent Sarah Khairat, reporting from occupied East Jerusalem, said the video released by Hamas sends a strong message. The video is going to do 2 things: help the people know that they are alive even though it's still not clear when it was filmed, and it will also put a lot more pressure on the Israeli government, which is already in hot waters for the death of 3 captives last week and at a time when the demonstrations are continuing, she said. Meanwhile, as diplomatic efforts continue to end the war in Gaza and release prisoners taken on both sides, the Israeli military has intensified its bombardment of the enclave, killing nearly 19,500 people since October 7, most of them women and children. The air and ground strikes on Gaza have flattened the besieged enclave, burying thousands of people under the rubble. In absence of the required aid not being allowed to flow into the Strip, international aid agencies have warned of a humanitarian disaster with widespread hunger and spread of diseases. Human Rights Watch has accused Israel of using starvation as a weapon of war in Gaza. Please like, share, and subscribe.